Hey, listen, are you interested in keeping up with new and upcoming artists?
Are you yourself gifted in the arts? I mean, everything from photography to athletics, also civil rights leading to music, sculpting, video editing, and directing?
If so, we are your one-stop spot for all areas of art and expression.
So you join us right here every month as we tell you who and what's hot in today's industry. Because our purpose is keeping art alive.
And I mean that.
Show the world what it means to be intricate. Tell the story, keep it real, and make it fit. Inspire, influence, push for change. Keep the arts alive. Supply a better way. History teaches. Sports entertain. Music is the life of the art that people paint. Live it, dream it, do it, and do it right. 3, 2, 1. Keep the arts alive. Keep arts alive.
Hey, welcome back. I'm your host, Driven. It's my lovely co-host, KV, and today we're going to introduce to you some very amazing people.
That's right, Driven. You see, with each show, we're going to bring you 3 talented features, giving you just a glimpse into what they do best.
And perhaps you'll love their work or even learn from their experiences. But either way, we're here to promote, inspire, and inform. So let's get started.
If there's one person instrumental in leading the way for African American civil rights issues or any racial issues for the past half century, it would be Annie Mabel McDaniel Abrams. Take a look.
I'm Annie Mabel McDaniel Abrams, and I'm a retired educator, and my profession is being a humanitarian for the rest of my life. Well, I was born in Clark County in Arkadelphia, which is an old historic town as it relates to education for African Americans. It had private schools just before I was born. I was born in 1931, September the 25th, and that was the beginning of the Depression. I came from a town where private and public education was very important. But my family heritage was that we always believed in public education. My mother recognized that quality education for African Americans, Negro, colored people, which I was called at that time, was not the best. So I was able to come to Little Rock, Arkansas, and live with my cousin and her husband, who was an educator here in Little Rock. So I'm a product of the Little Rock Public Schools. In the Annals of History in Arkadelphia, I'm proud that my mom's name is on the sidewalk there of a class of 5, the highest that you could go at 8th grade. I've always wanted to be a teacher because that's all I ever heard about. Teaching, whether it was Sunday school, whether it was BTU, whether it was Vacation Bible School, or whether it was in public school. I always heard about and admired people who believed that education was a passport to freedom. Well, I think there's a built-in hunger for knowledge. Little children come into the world, and I teach all the time that the brain is the first computer. And when a baby is born, we now know that they were listening before they were actually birthed into the world. We can condition their appetite for knowledge before they're born. So as a result of always seeing and hearing and knowing so much from that thirst for knowledge, people began to seek me out. I remember when I was a little girl and they used to say, if you want to know, ask Annie Mabel. And as a result of that, the more they asked, the more I felt I wanted to be, so I could always share new information to people. If you want to be powerful, gain as much information as you can. If there is anything about me that people respect or even fear, it's my knowledge. Because I never open my mouth about anything that I haven't researched it or experienced it. And that's what you have to do. You have to continue to grow. And the one thing that I have found in my 81 years is this that they call the brain. It's just like a computer. It hasn't been measured in megabytes. There is nobody who's used all of your brain cells. Most research says that most of us, even the geniuses, have only used 10% of the capacity of their brain. So I say, use your capacity as much of it as you can. This is Annie Mabel McDaniel Abrams, and I'm glad to be on Keeping Art Alive.
Thank you, Ms. Abrams, for all you've contributed to the civil rights movement then and now. We can all learn by your example of continued leadership in the community.
Our next feature is an amazing horn player from Dumas, Arkansas. If you like jazz or live music, you've probably already heard his work. But if not, you're definitely in for a treat.
My name is Rodney Block, and I am a musician. I began playing the trumpet when I was in 6th grade, a little bit before 6th grade, and I just thought it was a cool instrument. I remember my dad and my mom always referencing Gabriel, the angel, as being the trumpet player, and from my Kristin background, the trumpet seemed to fit me, and definitely was encouraged by my parents to play that instrument. Music is my passion, and I think for me, it's the way it brings people together, the way it can change the dynamic of a room and the people in the room. It doesn't matter if you know the language. You can go to a different country, and once you start playing music, it just brings people together. Music says what words can't say, and being able to express yourself, and not only express yourself but share the gift of music is a wonderful thing. I play pretty much all the brass instruments: trumpet, trombone, tuba, euphonium, but I also play the drum kit. I'm not very good, but I can keep a beat, so if someone has a gig for me, I'd be happy to take a drum gig. My favorite genre, a style of music to play, is jazz music, just because it's varied, and you have to think about what you're doing. I love to play hip-hop music as well, because I love the spirit and the beat of the music.
How many first-timers we have? Any first-timers? All right, you're going to be a believer tonight.
When people come to a Rodney Block show, it's definitely, I want them to leave with a joy or a happiness from being at the event. They're always going to expect, high energy. They're always going to can walk away knowing that the music is going to be good. And that's the main thing. The music is going to be good, but at the same time, we're going to have a great time. And it's very, very familial, meaning, it's about family. And when you're together with your family reunions is what comes to my mind. You're talking, you're conversating, you're listening to music, you're dancing, you're eating, you're drinking, you're having a great time. But the music is definitely at the forefront, and it's going to be a great time. The advice I would give to any young person wanting to play music or maybe pursue it at the professional level is listen to as much as you can. Find out what you like. You may have more of a preference for classical music. You may have a preference for jazz music, gospel music, whatever it is. Listen and hone your craft, practice, and learn new things and keep it exciting. Music can pay for your education. It can help you travel the continent, the world. It helps you build relationships across the board. So it's a good thing. There's several ways to connect with me. You can hit me at rodneyblock.music@gmail.com. You can go to rodneyblock.com. You can hit me on Facebook, Rodney Block. My music is on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon.com, CD Baby. So you can listen to me online. You can reach out and connect with me online as well.
What an amazing artist. Big thanks to Rodney Block. And for booking, email us at keepingaartalive@gmail.com. Before we get to our last feature, we'd like to take a moment and do a video spotlight.
And this month's video is brought to us by a Christian artist and songwriter. Here's his hit.
Mr. Stovall, I didn't receive my test earlier when you handed it back.
Yes. We both know that you are not capable of making the grade.
What?
Who were you cheating with? Was it Andrew or was it Kimberly?
Mr. Stovall, this is really getting old. I don't know why you don't like me, but I put the time in. And my mom had me study really hard to get this grade.
You expect me to believe that your crackhead mama will help you to study to make the grade? I have a PhD from Harvard. Do you even know what that is?
flow. Off a bone, this devil code. Too much to contain inside, so my spirit's on and reload. We know the power of God moves, no slow-mo. Unknown, it's a feeling when you try to fit in with us. Think of a crisis, sickening. My inner man on nuke. Like TNT, no fuse. Every dog radical now that we lose. That's a no-go. On the karate man, it's a sensei. The words is my sword to my sensei. Encased in a spiritual tune. Blocking that word of dudes. Yeah, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm about to go. Boom, 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 boom. Mind and heart so locked up. This pain so tough and need to be prayed up. I can't hold it in. I gotta unload. Need to stop being quiet. It's time to blow. Too long, it's about to destroy me. I have to release these buttons, cause this weight of bit is controlling. Lord, give me strength, please build me up. I need more truth from within inside of love. Procrastination and temptation, lots up in every nation. Therefore I submit to God and resist the devil, he'll flee from you. That's the truth, James 4:7. We gotta stand up, stand out, and live big. Word of God, the word of God dwells deep in us and wait for us to explode. Spread the gospel to be unchained, to let the world know that being true Christian is born or lame. We gotta break free, no more slave sin. It's traditional for us to win, so let loose, go crazy. It's time for us Christians to blow, baby. So you can blow wild. Maintain a spiritual mind so you can blow wild. Maintain a spiritual mind so you can blow wild.
Maintain a spiritual mind so you can blow wild.
PhD from Harvard. Do you even know what that is?
God bless you, Mr. Stovall.
Well, your final feature has made history as the only Caucasian baseball player to pitch for not one, but two teams in the Negro Baseball Leagues, the Biloxi Dodgers and the San Antonio Black Sox. Are you ready? Batter up.
I'm Dick Lefty O'Neill, and I'm a pitcher in baseball. I was the only white man to ever played in the history of Negro League Baseball for the San Antonio Black Sox. So when I went out on that mound, well, obviously when I showed up, people were obviously staring. They wanted to see the white boy. And then I had to be escorted to the dugout by the sheriff. And then that's something I never experienced before. And then when I went on the mound, the stadium was silent because they're looking at me, and I don't know what to do, and I'm saying, oh my gosh. And then I looked down that right field fence and left field fence and saw white people on the outside of the fence looking in, and I went, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening in 1974 and 5.
There's Satchel. See, these guys are playing in the major league stadiums. So, and look at the crowds that would come to watch Negro League Baseball in major league stadiums. It was quite a show.
My mother and father in Arkansas always taught me that there is no color. It's what's in your heart that counts. And as long as you think of that, son, you'll be able to fit in anywhere in your life. Now, I was taught that at a young age. So when I did these things, I was oblivious to this, that this was a big deal. If you're black and you want me to play for you, I'm gonna play for you. If you're Mexican and you want me to play for you, I'm gonna play for you. If it gives me an opportunity to continue the game I love. And I was willing to do that. I had no idea that what I have done would end up in the history books 40 years later and be called the only white man to play in 2 professional Negro League teams. You know, it was the situation, and it was all planned by God.
There's nothing like standing on the mound, looking up the stands. The whole stand's black. They're playing their soul music. They're betting on the game. And I look down the left field fence and the right field fence, and on the outside of the fence are white folks looking in. Wouldn't dare come in, but they're still going to watch the ball game. And then I go down and talk to the white folks. I said, why don't y'all come in? It's a lot of fun in here. And they said, well, we're not quite comfortable yet. And I said, then why are you here? And they said, because it's the best baseball in town.
I tried out for a pitcher, and it wasn't I didn't want to be there. It's just that when I tried out for them, and I might as well tell you who it was the St. Louis Cardinals. It was the Arkansas Travelers here, and I thought I was going to be a major league pitcher because I was having a tryout with the Cardinals, so I figured this was cool. But I come to find out they only just wanted me to throw batting practice. So I figured, well, they haven't seen a lefty O'Neill fastball. I'll prove to them I can really pitch. And of course, everything I threw, they hit. So it was disappointing because up to that point I was doing very well. And American Legion Baseball in Marlton, I still hold a pretty good record there. So I figured I'm not going to go to college. I'm just going to roll right straight to major leagues. And I got a rude awakening that day. However, the people were nice that were there. Vern Rapp was the coach. Carl Sawatsky was the general manager. And they asked me to come back for the next 3 years to throw batting practice for them and suggested I go on to college. And of course, they didn't have to suggest it to me. I knew that it really wasn't time for me yet. I probably could be a good speaker for adversity training because I was probably the most unlikely person to be sitting here. I was slow. I was entitled a slow learner. I couldn't read very well. I stuttered. I had some adversity growing up, but I had loving parents that always were there for me that made me not think I was anything different. And so I would just let everybody know that if you have a dream, my father said, don't ever let these 2 words cross your lips. What if? It doesn't matter if you make it. What matters is, did you try it? If you remember back through this conversation, my dream was to be a St. Louis Cardinal. I wasn't good enough, but my dad said, try it anyway. Aha, try it anyway. At least I knew the odds were I probably wouldn't could make it, but I tried it. Well, isn't it amazing? Because what I do now, folks, is I'm a professor, first of all, in San Antonio College, and guess what my degree is? I'm teaching people how to speak. If you remember, I was a stutterer. I'm now a professor in speech. If you remember back, I wanted to be a Cardinal. I'm now a St. Louis Cardinal scout. If you remember back, if you keep looking back in my past to the things that were challenges, they are now been rewards in my latter part of my life. I broke every stereotype you could possibly imagine for one reason, that there shouldn't be any stereotypes, because that's what destroys our dreams. You get put in a box and you can't get out of it. And folks, that was in the 50s I was doing that. It hasn't changed a bit. When I go talk to kids now, they tell me I want to do this, but they say I can't do this, or it hasn't changed a bit. But that's my advice. Do it. There might be people against you when you do it. Go ahead and do it anyway. One of my best friends was John Mulekicker Miles, who played for the Chicago American Giants and had been my friend for years. And what happened was, John and I sat down after the ball game, and he says, you know, Dick, you need to write your story. And if you write your story, you're going to tell our story also. Because we know when you write it, you're going to write it from a love affair perspective, not how bad it was. Before I published the book, I sent the manuscript to 7 of my ball players that played during that time for all black guys. I said, read the book and tell me what you think. If I've offended anybody, let me know. They all read the book. They all called back or emailed back and says, Dick, if we didn't know who you were, we'd have had no idea you were white. And I said, publish it. I wanted this to be to young folks and coaches. And I wanted this, in fact, Coach Frank Broyles from the Arkansas Razorbacks says that this book needs to be in every library in America. And it's because of the cover and what is powerful inside the cover.
Wow, look at all these pictures.
But I got to remind everybody that I'm here only to let everybody know what a wonderful league and a history Negro League Baseball was, but I also want them to know that there's 14 years they haven't heard about, and that hasn't been told. So if this book does that, then I will have completed my mission.
If you'd like to purchase Lefty's book, Dreaming of the Majors, Living in the Bush, you can visit Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Borders.com. We would like to give a big shout out to all of the artists that participated in today's show. Now don't forget, we'll be back here next month, the last Sunday of the month, okay? Right here with 3 more features for your viewing.
And until then, do what you can to keep art alive.